Right insurance at the right price. You buy better at Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
Life's been tough, and it's even tougher than ever to find a good therapist. But these days, all you hear is, sorry, we aren't accepting new patients. Next time, reach out to Life's Journey Counseling Services. They're located on Main Street, right in the middle of Jewett City, and they are accepting new patients right now. Individual, couples, family, and group counseling are all services available at Life's Journey Counseling Services in Jewett City. Find them online at lifesjourneyct.com and click on Book Appointment for information on how to start or to simply get questions answered. Life's Journey Counseling Services has multiple therapists on staff, so your questions, concerns, and counseling needs will all be met. lifesjourneyct.com. It's the best place to start your personal journey to heal, become a better version of yourself, and strengthen your relationships. Life's Journey Counseling Services, 70 Main Street here in Jewett City, lifesjourneyct.com.
If you're talking, they will hear you. Every single time.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
You try.
This message has been brought to you by Grizzle Pride. Visit us at grizzlepride.org.
Live from Main Street.
Your community radio.
Mike Minarski and Rich Wasilick in the morning and 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Well, we're here.
We're on.
Out of the blue, we are here. Good morning, everybody. Welcome on into the show. We have a few cool things to talk about. One of the things we're going to talk about is I have a new invention. It's going to change the world.
I can only imagine. I can only imagine.
Look, you better agree with me or I'm going to start screaming at you.
Go ahead.
Okay?
Scream away.
It's a new beverage.
It's not moonshine cherries, is it?
No, that's yes. It's called cough tea.
No, I'm already just no.
Yeah. Well, hold up. It's the best of coffee and the best of tea in one delicious beverage. Why
would you want it in one delicious beverage?
Well, because honestly, what happened? I got to think of something real quick. Sometimes people will get jittery from the
I've heard
caffeine in the coffee and whatever. If it's had way too much, there's even signs if we have a sign at the house that says if you're not shaking, you need another cup.
Yeah.
Right. Then you could take chamomile.
Okay.
Tea
to make you sleepy, to like counter the.
Yeah.
Isn't that what booze is for?
I knew somebody else came up with something else.
You're supposed to counter your coffee with booze, aren't you?
Yeah, it sucks.
Because tea has caffeine in it. I don't know. Does chamomile tea have caffeine? I don't know.
I think tea does.
I know tea does,
right?
but I don't know. Because if chamomile tea or lavender or whatever is supposed to make you sleepy, would that mean it doesn't have caffeine in it? I mean, you could buy decaf. I don't know. Not a tea drinker.
Good morning to hi Mick and Mom.
Oh, that's Nick.
So it's Mick and Nick.
Yeah, okay. I guess.
And Daryl Nadu gives us the throwing up emoji.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. You don't want to be mixed. And I think there are like hardcore coffee drinkers and there's hardcore tea drinkers. I don't think there'd be a lot of people wanting to mix the two. Yeah. It's just, I'd say throw some Baileys in it or something, I don't know. What do people throw in their tea? There's got to be something they throw in their tea.
Laura says most herbal teas are caffeine free.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
That does make sense too, actually.
Mm-hmm.
What do people throw in their tea?
I don't know.
Milk?
No. I mean,
cream.
Booze wise. Like, is there something do people put any kind of like little liqueurs or I don't know.
I think if you want liquor in your tea, you'll pretty much put anything in.
Probably. Yeah.
So Daryl doesn't put anything in his tea, but he takes his tea and puts it in the trash.
Yep.
Obviously, Daryl is not a tea drinker.
No, I'm not a tea. Once in a while, I can do iced tea, but
Silly Democrat.
But I'm not really.
Oh, wait a minute! Gotta make everything political.
No, I'm not a huge tea drinker, and I'll drink coffee. I think just out of habit, though. It's not that I like necessarily love coffee or I have to have my coffee. It's just kind of a habit.
I don't know why, but maybe it's just because I grew up with it. But drinking, like if I had a sore throat, drink tea and lemon, and honey.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever really worked.
No,
but it made me feel good.
Yeah,
that I did it.
I would just do the Chloraseptic spray and just, you're supposed to do like 1 or 2 squirts like every few hours. I would just sit there and squirt the stuff until it was gone.
Would do too, and because it would like numb your or just like suck on a box of Sucrets.
Yeah, no, I never did that either. Yeah,
you know what? Don't ever do that before dinner because you won't taste anything.
Really?
Yeah, everything just numbs everything out.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like a step up from Novocaine.
Yeah. Oh.
I was like, oh,
but when you have a really nasty sore throat, that's what you want. Remember the Luden's cough drops that like nobody ever had them for coughing or sore throats? You would just eat them as candy.
Yeah. Like, oh, you mean the honey ones?
Like, well, the cherry ones. I used to like the cherry ones.
Too,
yeah. And yeah, they weren't really for when you were sick. They were just, you just wanted them because they taste good.
I had a thing. Speaking of things that like, that just taste good, like cough drops, right?
Yeah.
They would be pretty good. I had a friend of mine from Iowa sent me all of this. And this is a thing right now. And freeze-dried candy.
Freeze-dried candy.
Freeze-dried candy.
So they freeze-dry like sugar?
Skittles?
Freeze-dried Skittles.
Yeah.
How do they do that? That's different.
I don't know how they do it, but it's like I'm
gonna have to look that one up.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in the science behind it. How do they do it?
Bit of honey, those honey?
Yeah.
And they come out in like big little, and they're delicious. Oh my God.
Can you chew on them or are they hard as a rock? Like it's more of a.
No, it's like, best way I can put it is, those peppermint candies that you get, and they just kind of like.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
It's got like
the
candy
kind of flakes off. And Okay. Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's they look like moon rocks that dissolve in your mouth.
Interesting.
It's phenomenal.
Huh. Freeze-dried candy.
Melissa's going, it's all texture, and I love it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something.
Oh, okay. I have to look into that.
Let's see. Back to tea. Madeline. Hey, Madeline. Tea is great. Hibiscus is my go-to in the morning. Isn't that like a flower?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How would that be tasty?
I don't know.
Tasty.
A lot of
I did that.
A lot of those herbal. I mean, all the herbal teas are like, they're herbal, so they're flowers, right?
What kind of tea? Basil. It's freaking delicious.
Got the Italian seasoning blend.
I just dip it in a little bit. Gives me a whole new idea of being teabag.
Oh my God.
What? No, teabag. Wait.
Right. Yes.
My God. Do you need to get rid of you too?
Yeah. That's not nice.
That's not nice at all. I'm going straight to hell for saying that. If I start screaming,
I'll scream back.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. You are a big fan. You can spit water at
me. Got my water. Yeah, I'm gonna spit water at you.
You're a big fan of I understand of Starbucks since you're
No, unpopular opinion. I cannot stand Starbucks coffee. Yeah. It's just, to me, it tastes very bitter. I don't know. I can't describe it, but it's not good.
It tastes burnt to me.
Yeah. It's not good. And I mean, unless you add all like the sweeteners and all the extra junk into it. I like Frappuccinos. It's like a little coffee milkshake, but other than that, I can't do their coffee.
I'd like a coffee macchiato macalaco.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I don't even know how
caffeine, some cream, hot, not too hot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, my daughter goes in there. She's like, "Oh, I want a venti, blah blah blah, oat milk with cold foam, blah blah." I don't even know what she's ordering, and she's like, "Oh, Mom, it's so good. You gotta try it." And so she gave me some, and I'm like, "That is disgusting. It's gross."
You ever see the it was a movie clip, and a guy goes into with his, I don't know if it's his business associate, and goes, "I'd like a large coffee," and she goes, "Oh, a venti," and he goes, "No, I'd like a large coffee."
I've seen that
Right?
one, that clip. Yeah.
No, you mean a venti? No, venti means 20.
Yeah. I wonder, is venti, is it 20 ounces? Is that why it's 20? I don't know.
Maybe that could be it.
Because grande means large, but isn't that the middle one? Isn't that a medium
That's
there?
the middle one.
Which means large. Yes, I don't know.
Grande.
Yeah. And tall is a small. I always remember tall because it rhymed with small. So I'm like, all right, tall, small is the same thing.
Well, Joey, my friend in Iowa that I was just mentioning is there. Joey, we tried to get in touch with you last night. Peggy and I both tried to get in touch with you last night because we received this box from you.
Yeah, freeze-dried candy. I gotta look that up. Interesting. Interesting. Never even heard of it.
It's some stuff.
It's a thing.
Oh, you're not feeling well? Sorry, dude. Well, I'm all sugared up now from that box. I'm sorry.
Iowa, are they an hour behind us?
I don't know. I think an hour.
I think, yeah.
The movie's called Role Model. Scott Fryer. We should have asked Scott anything because this is
right. I know. Yeah, I'm not a movie buff. I've seen those clips, but
it was Paul Rudd.
Yes.
That did
Yep.
it, yeah.
Yep.
And the movie's called Role Models.
Mm-hmm.
Either Scott knows everything or he's very quick with Google.
I know there are people out there that they're movie buffs. They just know that stuff. I don't have that vault.
Joey goes, "Did you try it? How did you like them?" Which we were talking about.
Yeah. Sounds good.
The Skittles were amazing. Well, I did not eat all of them. He sent a box.
Oh my god.
I mean, crazy.
I wonder who came
a bit
up
of honey
with the
sugar.
idea.
I don't know what the other ones are though.
Huh.
I think one's lemon heads.
Oh, I bet those would be good. Is it mostly like hard types of candies that are freeze dried? Like they're not freeze drying like gummy bears and stuff, are they?
I don't know. I don't. I think he said he could freeze dry anything.
Really?
High chews.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Those are the yellow ones.
Those are like now and laters, I think, right?
There are. I guess I don't know if I've had those.
I think that's what they are. It's an interesting concept. I never thought of freeze dried candy. I wonder how that came about.
I don't know. I don't. Yeah, you know, all I know, and this is how I found out, is Rihanna and I went to the West Farms Mall, and there's this weird store in there that has all of these weird items.
Yep.
And they're cool and everything, but it's like, but you have to buy like a membership to this store. It's the strangest thing. And if you buy it, you get cheaper prices. Well, let me say something. It's not that cheap.
Yeah.
So you get they had freeze dried candy in there, and I'd never seen it before. Right, and it was a 6-ounce bag, and it was $19.99. But if you had the club membership, it was $17.
Oh my god! Yeah,
that's like a 10% off.
Wow.
So yeah,
it's got to be on Amazon.
It is.
Okay.
So I looked it up. The Skittles.
Yep.
Same packaging on Amazon was $7.
Yeah.
I went over to the guy behind the counter. I said, "Explain this to me."
What's the deal?
I said, "Those say Skittles. This says Skittles. $19, $7." He goes, "Well, you're paying for the convenience." I said, "I'll conveniently have it delivered via Prime."
Yeah, really. It's
and
kind
I
of.
walked out.
I've never heard. That's a different kind of stuff. I haven't been to West Farms in years.
Which a great mall.
Yeah. Haven't been there in a long time. My kids keep bugging me to go there.
Joey goes, and here I am giving this stuff away. He's Santa Claus.
Does he make it?
Yeah. Him and his wife, May. Yeah.
Really?
They take the candies and well, you shouldn't do it. I mean, you should sell it. It's delicious.
Yeah. Sounds like you got a little niche there.
It's absolutely delicious. I think if you get in it on the ground floor, I'm telling you, Joey, it's good stuff. It really is. I love the bit of honeys.
Yep.
And Melissa did too. We're just
and
then it just dissolves.
Like she said, it's like a texture thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like Peaches is driving by.
Yeah. Joey, you're giving it away because you're a nice guy.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't like any of it.
Really? What made him start making it?
Was it May? Was it your wife that started doing that stuff, or?
It's such
a
yeah. It's a unique concept. I've never heard of such a thing. So I'd be curious to see how that came about. How do you do it? How do you
I don't
freeze dry
know.
it?
I have no idea how you.
Is it like a
freeze dry it.
dehydrator type thing, but cold? Or I don't know. I don't know how that works.
He says my wife likes it.
Mm-mm.
How do you? Well, he doesn't want to give away a secret.
No, probably. Yeah, no, no.
To the millions in Griswold.
Yeah, right. Filled with entrepreneurs here.
Yeah.
Are we boring you?
No. Not you. Oh, there. Oh, Melissa, you are there. Okay, yeah, Melissa, I can call for a tow for Brian when I get off the air. How's that?
Gotta get AAA.
Huh?
Gotta get AAA. I've used AAA. I don't know how many times for stuff like that.
Yeah,
comes in very handy. It definitely pays for itself with a couple of tows, and I've had to have that done.
Melissa goes, yeah, the bit of honeys were the best ones. Yummy.
Yeah, they sound good.
Yeah.
And I'm a sugar addict, so I like that kind of stuff.
Scott says, shout out to Christian Russell, JHS boys basketball, for being named Mohegan Sun Player of the Week. He also is up for ECC Boys Athlete of the Week, and which you can go to eccathletics.org and vote there. And I voted for him actually for Athlete of the Week for Griswold.
That's awesome. I know Griswold athletes are killing it lately.
Huh?
Griswold athletes they're doing really well.
Yeah.
All of them. All of the sports are just
we're going to be in
putting
New
us
London.
on the map.
We're going to be in New London tonight for Griswold against New London. So
that should be a good matchup.
And they're undefeated.
Yeah, that'll be a good matchup. Yep. What's New London's
7-1? They just lost to St. Bernard's.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'll be a good game.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really cool. Hey, what about DeMar Hamlin he's released and back in Buffalo?
Good for him.
Isn't that awesome? Unbelievable. Yeah. Unbelievable. That a week ago he was being resuscitated on the field.
You have one person saying it was a medical anomaly. He did wonderful. And then you have the sect over here going, it was the power of prayer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean.
Yeah. Maybe it's a combination.
Whatever it did, it worked. It was a great balance. And
yep. I did see there was a video of, when it all had happened. Somebody took a video in the stands in the stadium, and they had an entire section praying out loud. And it was it's not something you see.
Right.
I mean, everybody was quiet and everybody was standing up, hats were off, and everybody was praying out loud. I've never seen such a thing. Anywhere really other than a church, but to happen at a stadium, and everyone just kind of came together, and it was really cool to watch that side of it. But I couldn't believe he was released yesterday. That was so cool.
I'm assuming he's not going to be playing football anymore.
He's on the reserve list. I think the injured reserve list now. Technically, I think that he's been officially moved.
Let me ask you a question. After you took a hit like that and you go into a cardiac arrest, would you want to play again?
I don't. You know what? At that level of play, I guarantee I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to play again. Sure. When you're that competitive and you're. I mean, this is your job. You've been training for this literally your entire life, and that's just where your mindset is. Yeah. I could see him wanting to play again. Whether he will, I don't know. I don't know if he'll be cleared to. I don't know. I don't know what all the details are, but
Let's jump at malls real quick. We were talking to somebody said, malls are a thing of the past. Remember, because I mentioned, go to the mall, whatever, just in passing. I think they're coming back.
So I think it depends on where you are. So I think around here, they're not so much a thing anymore. But you go down south. We have family in Florida. My brother goes down there and visits quite often, and he said the malls are packed. Yeah. Like the malls are packed. They're not like what they are up here.
West Florence is packed.
I think it depends on where you are, and what region you're in. I mean, here specifically in the eastern side of Connecticut, there's really not much here to begin with. So there's not much of a draw for.
But even Tanger Outlets is starting to bite the bullet a little bit.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's not. Tanger Outlets has been kind of going down. Even around Christmas time, we were there and it wasn't that busy. That's when I just don't think there's that much of a draw for it around here for some reason.
I think the big box retailer's going away.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, because of the online stuff. And I mean, why pay brick and mortar prices when you don't need to?
Laura says, Scott goes, go to the Natick Mall. They're still alive and well.
Yep.
And she had mentioned that Emerald Square Mall, up in Worcester, it's like half the stores are closed now.
Emerald Square is the one right over in the Mass. And it's not
in Worcester.
No, I don't think that one's in Worcester.
No, Auburn Mall is in Auburn. Yes, I guarantee you.
I have to look that one up.
Not going to yell at you.
Emerald, okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Auburn, Mass is the one right on as when 395 becomes 290. It's exit 8 or 9.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of the one that's off of 295 in Rhode Island, just over into the Mass board.
Scott says Woonsocket.
Might be Woonsocket.
Providence Place.
Attleboro.
Emerald
Square's in Attleboro. Attleboro, Mass. It's right off of 295. Soon as it's like the first exit.
I thought it was Worcester because I used to work in Emerald Square.
Yeah, no, that's Attleboro. Right. Yeah, it's the first exit once you cross over into the Mass on 295.
Okay.
But yeah, that one's been going downhill for years.
They were owned by Simon.
Mm-hmm.
Same one that owned Crystal.
Mm-hmm.
So was it the company?
Simon owns a lot.
Not anymore.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
There's the company that bought Crystal Mall, and they're saying they're going to bring it back. They said that mall shopping is coming back. And I'll be honest with you, I think you just need the right mix of stores.
I think that's part of it.
But
I think in Eastern Connecticut's tough. There's not a lot of money in Eastern Connecticut to be spent. A lot of people don't have that extra, hey, let's go shopping. And, I mean, you just don't have that.
West Hartford's affluent.
Right. And that's why West Farm Mall probably does pretty well. But here, I don't see anything like that. I don't know what would work, honestly. I don't know. Obviously the mix of stores, but there have been a mix of stores in that mall. And
Crystal?
Yeah. Over the years, there've been a
the
number
last 10 years, it's been like,
Well, yeah. Nah. I mean, there's a thrift store in there now.
See,
and it like smells like a flea market. Like you walk in there and it's like, right. And I'm like,
Court says malls need to reinvent themselves.
Yeah.
They can't just be retail, a mix of retail / restaurants / entertainment.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna have everything in a box.
Yep.
Basically.
Mm-hmm. I went to the Mall of America many years ago.
In Minnesota?
Place was dead.
Really?
Dead. And that was, I'm saying we're going back probably 10 years or so now. Dead.
Did you ride the roller coaster?
And I did not. I don't even think it was running. There was nobody there. It was like there was nobody there. And I was shocked because I had always heard, Mall of America, and I was out there for business, and I was like, let's check it out.
They could literally put a concert venue in Sears.
At the Crystal Mall?
Sure.
I mean, I mean, they could like a little like cabaret type of thing, maybe, or something like that. Mm-hmm. Little comedy club. There's one, there used to be, I don't know if there still is, in the Providence Place Mall. There used to be a little like comedy club restaurant thing. I remember going there for a show, and it was a small little, it was big enough, but small enough. Yeah. Something like that. I definitely think there needs to be, like Court said, there's got to be more variety.
What about taking Macy's and making it part of like a medical center?
Yeah. So Yeah, I had thought of that too, and thought maybe turning like the top floor into apartments or something like that, and then the bottom floor could be retail. You could have your, maybe do pharmacy and whatever, little grocery store or little restaurants.
Courts is a bowling alley and a skating rink.
There you go. Yep. Could definitely use a skating rink down in that area since the one in Groton closed.
It's got to be a destination. Well, you still have skating. In
well, I mean,
Plainfield,
down in that area, though.
Okay.
Like
No,
down in.
it's alive and well up there.
Oh yeah. That's what I mean. Like down the Groton one closed. I know they had roller derby down there and all of that. And I don't know where those people go now. I'm sure they have to just travel. But it'd be nice to have another little skating rink. A bowling alley would be cool, or duck pin or something. I remember years ago they did have an indoor mini golf at the mall. At the mall, it was it was downstairs in the old where Eblin's is now. This is going back years ago. My kids were little, and it was like a monster. It was like glow in the dark with like black lights and stuff. The kids used to think that was really cool.
I do remember that.
Yep.
There are, but anyway, the organization that bought that mall, they're now trying to revitalize it.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it would be nice to see it kind of come back. I don't know what it'll look like,
right? So you talk about. I mentioned West Hartford being affluent. Maybe that's why it's surviving. But you got Waterford. Down by the shoreline, there's a lot of affluent people down there.
Not like there used to be. Not like there used to be. I mean, it's. I mean, there's still some there, but it's not. It's not what it was 15, 20 years ago down there. No. I think a lot of that.
So you're saying it's basically fruitless to.
I don't know about fruitless. I think it would just take some, some creativity, and to get the right mix of things that are affordable, but things that are also profitable. It's kind of hard to have both. So I don't know, from a business standpoint.
I do. I agree with the idea of a mixture of things, not just stores.
Yeah. Yep. I think they too. I mean, like there's nowhere to I had to go dress shopping with my daughter for homecoming. Where do you go around here dress shopping? Nowhere.
I've never bought dress.
Yeah, there's like nowhere to go. There is one store in the mall that we ended up at, and that's where we ended up getting it. But there's like things like that. Like there's just nowhere to go for a lot of these things. Sports stuff. We needed. She wanted to do ski club. Like where do we go? Where do we go to get all of her ski garb? We went down to Dick's in Waterford, but that was our only option that I could think of. I'm like, I don't even know where else to go now. Like and that's not the kind of stuff you want to buy online. You want to try it on, and where do you go for that? Unless you're traveling. I mean, you're going to have to go to West Farms or, maybe something's in Warwick or I don't know, but there's not much around here.
Do you think
anymore.
there were too many malls and too many shopping venues? Because, the malls are popping up. Well, then all of these outlets were popping up in different places. Do you think there were too many options? I think that kind of put like big box retailers to sleep along with online.
The online thing for sure. I think that was the number one. And then with all this, other stores, if there are multiple ones that are open, it kind of spread it out, I mean, thin the herd basically, like just spread out the people purchasing things. But I think with the online that really got it. I mean, because most things can be online, and you can buy different deals and it's just, I mean, it's easy. And how convenient is that? You're sitting there.
It's very easy.
I mean, why would you want to, you don't need something right this second. I'll just order it. It'll be here in a couple days and don't have to do a damn thing. Open up my door. There it is.
I bought I have, Rihanna gave me a bearded dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always looking for different things that I can find for the little bugger. And it's not that little anymore.
How big has he gotten?
With his tail, it's probably about that long.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and he's like half, not even half. I'm gonna put a damn leash on him and walk him.
You should.
That's what I'm gonna do. Lizard walk. But he's getting really, really big, and I don't know where I was going with this. Oh yeah. So I bought a 2-pack of heating lamps.
Yep.
From a local pet retailer.
I didn't even know we had a local pet retailer. Okay.
And each bulb, well, the first one lasted not even a couple of weeks. And the next bulb only lasted maybe a week.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem right.
No, it didn't. It was $30 for the 2-pack. So I brought them back, and it was just past the 30 days.
Of course.
And I'm like, oh, come on. I'm like, we buy crickets here. We buy this, that, really? Come on. Well, they ended up replacing.
No, that's good. That's good customer service.
It was. And then I'm like, there's got to be a better. I can even buy crickets online.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the thing. I'm thinking, well, half of them are dead when you get them or whatever. And I don't know about you, but my bearded dragon likes dinner alive.
Yeah. I mean, I personally would like mine dead, but that's okay.
Yeah. No. Paco's like, I'm going to chase you till I get you. Worms. Yeah. You just got the heebie-jeebies, didn't you?
Yeah. It just. Ugh.
Worms.
Yeah. No.
We have these little legs on them.
The worms do?
Little mealworms.
The mealworm. Yeah. I'm thinking big old fat earthworms or something.
No. Give him a few months and he'll be getting to them.
Ugh.
But I thought they have these ceramic heat lamps. And they have them at this local pet retailer. And it was $50 for a ceramic heater. A bulb.
Yep.
That's it in, right? No light. It's just a heat. It's
okay.
Just heat. Okay. Found them on Amazon. $16.99 for a 2-pack. A 2-pack.
Yeah. I know, and there's your answer. I mean, that's what's happened to malls and stuff and stores, and you want to support the local people, but when it's half the price, it's
well. If there's somebody in the Borough of Jewett City or even in the Town of Griswold, I would probably still buy from them anyway, just because. But where am I going to find it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean that's it right there. It's
if Norm's Bait and Tackle was still open, which was a old fishing store back when I was a kid, that was still around. I'd go buy my crickets there.
Yeah.
But they're not. So there's not much I can do.
Yeah, I mean, where else do you go for that? We don't have that kind of stuff around. I wouldn't. If I needed something like that, I'd have to Google it, or I would go on to Griswold Now. Griswold Now could tell me. Griswold Now could tell me where I could find some. I'd probably end up. I'd end up with 100 comments about crickets. Or not to get them, what kind to get them.
Tagged.
Oh, yeah.
20 other people will say the same shit because they didn't read what the 20 people before them said.
Oh, yeah.
Ridiculous.
And then you get the comments like, oh, it's not, you shouldn't be holding a bearded dragon in a cage. That's not right.
Are you driving right now? Right. Are you driving? You shouldn't be texting and driving while commenting on Griswold Now. How do you know? I'm just sitting here.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I don't know. Griswold Now has been pretty calm lately.
Hasn't been. Because maybe people have realized how stupid some of those comments really are.
No, I don't think that's it.
No. Stupid is.
I just think there just hasn't been anything put out there to draw attention.
I have totally stopped doing the whole local news thing.
Yeah.
I just don't do it anymore because why? I mean, you're fighting 700 news correspondents on Griswold Now. They want it that bad. They want their 5 minutes of fame. Going to look what I found out. Oh my God, I'm taking a picture.
Yep.
Hey, you're stealing. Smile.
Yeah. I know.
So it's like, I don't want anything to do with that anymore. Because,
yep.
And then then God forbid you post something and then you have a typo.
Oh yeah. Then the grammar police come out. I have to say, and I'm a grammar.
Yeah, so am I.
That stuff drives me insane, but I don't correct people. I just kind of, twitch a little and then I just keep scrolling.
Do that again. Twitch a little bit.
Just twitch a little bit and keep scrolling. But
go on with your day.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Let's see. Peppy. Hey, Peppy, good morning. Latest thing on Griswold Now is the Casella price increase.
Oh, yes, of course. The garbage.
Can someone tell me another garbage pickup?
You're right. Absolutely right. Almost every day somebody posts something about that.
Hot garbage.
Yes, almost every day. It's $105. The new company. It's $105 with automatic pay. And that's what I've gotten so far. And then the other one's up to I don't even know what it
Willimantic,
is.
was it 150?
150, 154 or something.
Yeah.
And the new one is, or the other company is 105 with automatic pay. I don't know how many times
CWPM or something?
I don't know how many times I've read that. But yeah, you're right. That is the latest one. Garbage. I just got my bill. Does anybody know? Anyone else's bill go up? That kind of.
Yeah, right next to my increase on
Eversource. My electric bill's up.
And Atlantic Broadband, and they're not even in business anymore, but I still get a large bill from them.
Well, how about this? Anyone else's breeze line down today? I have no internet, or it's been spotty. It's been in and out. Any other internet providers?
Anybody cheaper? I really want to know.
Yeah, I don't think I truly wonder if people just don't realize there's a search feature. You know, like I don't know if people even notice that at the top, you know, that they even know to like they could use it as like a Google, like you can put in like a word and look for posts that have that in it. I just don't know. I don't know if people are too lazy to use it, or if they just don't know that it's
right
there.
That's it right there. And I'll go to my grave saying that, because it's true. Because you'll have the same people, or not the same people, but different people posting the same thing in the same thread, because they didn't have the time to go ahead and scroll up 3 different posts.
Yeah.
Why?
But just in search. I mean, just search a
It drives
keyword.
me nuts when people say, "Hey, what's the oil prices today?" So guess what? When anybody answers that, that's the oil price from yesterday or the day before.
Right. Well, and I'm thinking there's got to be an app or something that can give you that. I mean, there's an app for gas prices that show you where the cheapest gas prices is. There's got to be something for oil, or there's got to be or you know what? Call. How about you call the places and get the oil prices yourself? You know, just call around, you know, and if you call around and you get all these oil prices, post them for everybody. Post them. Hey guys, I just called all these places for oil prices in case anyone's wondering, you know, do something like that.
I did that one time. Somebody posted, you know, what's the oil price today? So I called and I went, by the way, I just called for you and I wanted you to know that you could have done this yourself.
Right.
But here's the price.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, exactly. I know. It really, the garbage thing though, that is pretty funny. Everyone's very concerned about the garbage.
Yeah.
Oh, and then over the weekend, I think was it the dump that was supposed to be open and it wasn't? And there was that was a big, Was it? Is that the first?
The
first Saturday? Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah. Yeah. They were very upset that it wasn't open because it was supposed to be the first Saturday or whatever, first and third Saturday. And I guess it wasn't open. I don't know. I don't use it, so I'm not sure.
Twitched off because of the holidays?
I don't know. Huh. No idea.
Let's see. Speaking of town stuff. So now let's get into what we were that I put down first.
Okay.
What's going on? There's an informational meeting tonight at the town concerning the borough or the town merging with the borough.
Proposed.
Proposed. Yeah, thank you. It's true. Or is it the town swallowing up the borough? What is it? I mean,
I don't know. That's what we'll find out tonight.
Right. There's got to be some doozy piece of information.
Yeah, I don't know.
Has to be absolutely flipping huge for this to need to go forward.
Yeah. And I mean, historically I've heard that this has been attempted before.
Yeah.
And I believe it was voted on from what I've heard, and it was voted no. I don't know all the details to all of that or historically like what went into that.
Times.
Has it? Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I'll be at the meeting tonight, to see what is presented and, what the, justification for. Maybe there is good reason to do it. I don't know. So that's what I'm hoping to learn tonight. So hopefully other people will be there and can ask your questions.
Yeah. We'll be at the Griswold New London basketball game. But it's if I was going to ask a question, if I was there, I would stand up and go, "Why?"
Yeah, and I think that's everyone's question. That's the big question. And so, okay, then what's behind it? Why would we do this? What are the benefits to doing it? That sort of thing, and just kind of laying all that out. So I'm hoping to learn that tonight.
Larry Boston. Please come to Boston for the springtime.
Don't do that again.
How about them Red Sox, Larry? Maybe we'll sign somebody. Triggered by two people, not the voters, nor the taxpayers.
Two people?
That's what he is stating. Pepe says it's money. Well, I think it's always about money.
It's always about money, but that's and that's fine. I mean, that's a fair argument if it's about money.
Yeah.
So I would just like to see.
How much money?
That's exactly my question. Like, what are the benefits? How much would we be saving? With a potential merger?
They
would
need to
there
get
be
their
any
own damn copier?
Yeah, I'm sure it's more than that. I think that was just a little piece of it, but I wasn't there for that one, but I'd like to say, well, how much would be saved? Would there be any change in our taxes and all? I just a whole breakdown. I mean, very basic.
Well, that's what Larry he says. Hope they have actual information to present to the public about this, and actual figures showing advantages and disadvantages.
Exactly. Yep.
I'm thinking you're not going to get that.
I hope it's an information meeting, so I'm hoping information will be presented. That's what I would expect. I can tell you the agenda. Of course, I did have it up, and now it's not up anymore. The agenda was very. Actually, here it is. Call to order. Discussion with audience regarding possible municipal merger, and then adjournment.
Yeah. Lots of info there.
Doesn't say that there will be a presentation.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't specify that there'll be a presentation. It just says discussion with audience. So I don't know what that includes.
It's vague.
Yeah.
It's vague.
Which is good because being vague is fine because that means it opens it up to any and all. So that's fine.
Pepe says, I've been to several meetings and it seems there is some infighting going on about money. And for example, the NIP money.
That's been going round and round.
The roads.
Yeah. And maybe that can be discussed tonight too. Maybe they can just bring that out and what is the issue? What is the issue and explain it, so everyone understands it.
I don't know if people understand what the NIP money is.
So the NIP money, so the liquor stores get a percentage of the sales that comes back to the town.
For cleanup.
Yep. Yes, because you see the nip bottles all over the ground, that kind of thing. So it's supposed to go toward cleanup. So apparently there was a check cut to the town, and we have in the borough we have a liquor store here. So the borough expected to get a cut of that because we have the liquor store. They did not get. They didn't get. They did not get it.
All right.
They did not get it. So when they went, the warden went to the selectmen, requested the money, their portion of it for having the liquor store here, and it was denied. So at the state level, apparently it goes by zip code, which is interesting because Lisbon has our same zip code, but they got a separate check. So I'm not quite sure how it all works. But essentially, apparently all the boroughs, none of them got their own check. The checks all went to the towns, and then the towns then cut the checks to the boroughs within those towns. And we were one of the only ones, I guess, that the borough didn't get a portion of it. So from what I've heard, that's going to be addressed at the state level so that boroughs can get a separate, check or whatever. I don't know. But it's being worked on. But I know that's kind of where that stems from. And I believe the town, from what I understand, the town will be using the money they got from that toward a street sweeper.
I don't understand why we even have to do this to begin with, because people can't find a freaking garbage can.
Yeah, I know. Isn't
that
sad?
What it comes down to.
Mm-hmm. I know.
I mean, this is to the cleanup of nip bottles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, how many nip bottles are being sold and consumed that we have to have a fund
to
go back to the towns and boroughs and municipalities.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Have you ever gone for a
Clean it
walk?
up.
It's
Yes.
ridiculous.
We walk the dogs,
Yeah.
all the time in the park,
Oh,
and there are nip bottles everywhere.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, it's
Mhm.
insane.
Mhm.
And there are garbage cans there too.
Mhm. Yep.
I mean, we used to broadcast from a different facility,
Mhm.
and I can remember it was Al Gear would be with me, and there was a girl that would come up Tracy Avenue. Didn't know who she was, but it was like clockwork every day at about 9:00. Go right over to the package store. She'd come out. She'd turn the corner because we're right on the corner there,
Yep.
right? Downed 2 nips, and then you look down. She'd take the bottles and throw them in the bushes.
Yeah.
Somebody's shrubs right in
Yeah.
the front.
I believe it.
It's
just it's very disrespectful, obviously, but I don't understand it. I mean, we've gone around cleaning them up before. It's just a never-ending battle. Thank God for Al on Main Street here. He takes such great care of Main Street. We don't really have to
we
worry
need
too much
3
about
more
that.
Al's. Is
We
what we
need, yeah.
There's $1 million grant for the flood wall at the wastewater treatment plant. What happens to that if this unresearched merger takes place?
So I don't know if it's unresearched. I don't know that. I'm hoping that I'm assuming research has been done and that will be discussed tonight, but I guess we'll see.
Well, let's just hope it wasn't
the grant.
Hey, you know what?
I would
Just want to merge us.
Yeah, no, and I'm sure there's a lot behind it. We just need to hear it, I guess. But yeah, I mean that's one of the concerns I think of the borough is access to grants that the borough is eligible for that would potentially no longer be eligible for should the merger occur. Yeah. But that's I think one of those things that needs to be discussed tonight. Pros and cons. That would certainly be a con, and if so, how would we recoup that? What would we do to recover, that in place of it?
Hey, good morning, Lori Sorter. How are you?
Hey, Lori.
She goes, the amount of the NIP check received by the town was approximately $13,000. At a nickel a bottle, that's a lot of nips.
Yep. Sure is. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? And that's across, I think we have
Put your
head
around that for a minute.
And we have three liquor package stores in town. So that's across 3 package stores in town. Yep. I know. It's insane.
Yikes.
It's insane. See, those are that's what you could use to put in your coffee, in your tea.
Oh, that's right. Wouldn't that be funny if we should do that one, like an evening on the weekend or something like that. Like the 4 of us get together. There's 4 microphones here. Just get absolutely obliterated.
No.
And do SNSN after dark.
After dark. Oh my God. That would be interesting. Although you might be onto something. That would be entertaining.
Oh my God. We'd be out of business in a week.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something?
It would be.
It would be fun.
It would be fun, but I don't think I would want that on
Why?
radio. No.
It'd be kind of funny.
No.
I think we should get. Oh, how funny would it be if it would we had guests, like we had the first selectman, the borough warden.
Well, would they be drinking too?
Oh yeah, everybody would have to be totally obliterated to come in here. It's we'd have to take their keys and everything.
That would be funny.
This used to be a medical facility. We could have them rest. If they need to.
Give them some water, some coffee.
Lori, you could you're in borough government. Come on in. Just let her rip someday.
That would be interesting.
Court Kinney, I think, would be a funny drunk. Sorry, Court.
I could see that.
I hope I didn't offend you.
No, he's laughing right now.
If the state really cared about the environment, they would put a large deposit on all plastic containers, Dunkin' cups as bad as nips.
Yeah.
Then they would have the adequate return machines where everyone could return for the deposit and truly have a recycling program.
What happened to the...
Why are you not president?
What? Who is that?
Court.
Oh, that was Court? Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Why? What happened to the recycling that used to be? Where are we? Over here, across from. There's it's still up. The sign is up, like a redemption center thing. What happened to that?
Oh, you mean Nickelback?
Yeah. Yep. Is that what it was? Name of it?
Yeah. Well, they figured that nobody listened to their music, so they figured they were closing down their shop.
No, really though. That would. I mean, I wonder if that would. Bringing something like that back would help. If people would just walk in there and they can. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what happened with it, but they closed it.
Yeah.
And there was another one that was open for a long time where there's a barbershop now.
Yep.
But there were just bottles and cans everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a redemption center there. But no more.
Yeah, I wonder if that would help at all. I don't know. Interesting. But yeah, I mean, Dunkin' Donuts cups, that's another one. Those are ridiculous. Yeah. They're everywhere. And we live like on a dead end. And on the corner, it's like just all brush and, bushes and woods and stuff. And you could tell whenever people drive by, they just huck stuff out the window. And it's disgusting. Yeah. I mean, I get out there and get to clean it up.
Cindy says, not to mention I recycle everything. So just because I don't bring it to a bottle return doesn't mean it wasn't being recycled.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
yeah, I just think a bottle return maybe would be more incentive for those folks that are walking around and, that sort of thing.
I don't think so. I think they would still
if they could get money. I don't know.
They get 10% off their next nip.
Essentially, I mean, if they're drinking enough, they'd be saving enough. I don't know. I don't have that mindset, so I don't know. I can't put myself in that.
And nips aren't even a good value.
No, but they're cheap. They are cheap on the surface. I mean, obviously, if you're buying them every day,
the equivalent of saying, "Hey, man, can I buy a cigarette from you?"
No, I know. But when
my pack.
But if you only have a couple of bucks, you only have a couple bucks for nips. You don't have $15, $20 for a bottle. And then the next day, I found, I got some more change. I have enough for a couple of nips. I mean, that's
what we're dealing with. You're saying.
I think so. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I think that's at least part of it.
Okay.
I mean, I think too.
You're right. I mean,
I think too, if you look, my guess would be that within like a mile of these package stores, some people may be running in, grabbing them, and as they're driving, they're downing them and hucking them out the window. So I would think like maybe within a half mile to a mile of these package stores, I wonder if you would see more on the sides of the road.
Here's a gentleman. I think we're going back to the mall conversation.
Okay.
But I want to read this gentleman by the name of Leon. I'm going to put it up on the board here. Wow, look at the size of this comment. So he put some time into this.
I need a monitor. I need to be able to see. We got to do that.
You see that? Right.
Cool. There. Oh, good. Yes. Okay. Good. So we can say that. I like it.
See it.
All right. Go ahead.
Let's see. Laura says, he says, Laura, to answer to both, we just moved back to Griswold after 7 years in South Carolina, and you both nailed it. Down there, you find malls thriving because of the various businesses, clothing, 5 to 8 restaurants. Some even have breweries inside.
Oh, yeah.
The mall,
perfect.
The Slater Mill Mall over there,
mm-hmm.
That big place where Frenchie's used to be.
Yeah,
what an awesome place for a brewery. I've been saying that.
Distillery, anything like that. Yep.
Nips.
Yeah.
Clothing, 5 to 8 restaurants. Some even have breweries. Blah 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 blah. Services for the handicapped as well. Wheelchair services. We never realized till we come back how much decay there is in Connecticut, where so many buildings are just left to be decayed.
Yeah.
Putnam is a glimpse of what could be done to downtown.
Yes, absolutely.
You
they have turned that around.
You know who said that? Was on that wagon, since we're talking nips, from ever since I can remember, about Putnam and what they. Same thing with Westerly.
Yep.
Kevin Skolchek.
Really?
That was the first thing.
Yeah. Putnam has really, they have nice little restaurants and, bars and and they have the Fire and Ice. We go up to that festival every year. We have a blast up there.
There are things.
It's so, and it's family friendly, but it's adult friendly. It's artsy. It's, it's just all, It's just a cool vibe. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just a cool vibe.
5 years ago when I first did Hillfest, the reason why I wanted to do Hillfest is I wanted to do something here that was different. That hadn't, isn't going on, just have some sort of festival with a bunch of bands and just, whatever in this town. Yep. It's not like it's never been done before elsewhere, because it has.
Right.
But we never did, or nothing like that here, or at least at that scale.
Yeah.
And it was great, and then people get bored. They get bored and, whatever, and things kind of
like you got to change it up. You mean year to year? Yeah. And you got to change it up, and yeah.
So like, I think we've gotten complacent with the same things. And the only reason why things changed a little bit was the pandemic, because that made us switch things up, like a drive-through parade.
Yeah.
Which was...
It was different.
It was different, and it was fun, and it was cold.
Well, but it got people out too. When people were stuck in their homes, it got people out.
But it was something different.
It was, yep.
If it was the same thing, you may not have had anybody out.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I think during COVID, people were just itching to get out to do something, because everyone was so locked down. But you're right. I mean, it was something different. It was a cool concept. It was something new, and it was.
But now, have we gone back to the same thing? Have we gone back to doing the same things we did before COVID?
Yeah.
And now it's just redundant and boring.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've done a couple of the parades. I've been in a few of the parades in the last year or two. I don't know, everyone seems to be out there. There's a good turnout from what I can tell. Everyone seems to be having fun and enjoying themselves. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, from my perspective, everyone seems to be out enjoying it. The carnival in the summer, you see people, I mean, the line.
The line to get tickets, get the wristbands.
Enjoying it so much, the line goes up the hill. That was better though last year. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It would be nice to have something, different, but like that Fire and Ice Festival, I don't know how they came up with that, but it's a really cool, cool concept.
Providence.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Providence says that.
But it's just, I don't know. It's just a really cool vibe there when you go there.
One of the things that I've heard people say, in the past, which I was never big on believing, is, well, it's not free. And I'm like, well, no. People will want to go to events that are just flat out
yeah, I mean,
free.
of course. Yeah.
Look at the line at the carnival
yeah.
for the wristbands that were $20 each. And seeing the line right up the hill, almost to Hill Street. And it was literally hours before people could get a wristband.
Yep.
And by the time they got there, the park was going to close.
Yeah. Well, I think they ended up that night. I was there for that. They ended up, I think, extending the time just because they saw the issue. But so they tried to accommodate. Yeah, they were there. They were
like
definitely
5-6 rides.
Yeah, they were definitely there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would. You need someone creative to come up with something, and then of course you need the volunteers. I mean, you can have ideas all day long, but if you don't have volunteers that are willing to, get together and plan something, and then it's not going to go anywhere, unfortunately. And trying to get volunteers these days to do things and commit some time, it's a challenge. It's a huge challenge. You end up with the same people basically doing everything, on multiple committees, multiple boards, multiple everything.
I have a question. If we pick up nip bottles, can we go get 5 cents back? Can we? Is there a deposit on that's redeemable by a consumer?
I don't know. I don't buy them. I don't know.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, I'd have to look at the bottle. I don't know.
Because I'm wondering if some kid, decide, I'm going to go make it.
I was going to say, don't say that. Nick will be all over. He'll be walking the streets looking for nip bottles.
You know what?
Turn them in.
He won't have to look very hard.
No, I don't.
Have you done the loop at Veterans Memorial Park?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It's bad.
Just the loop in my neighborhood, just going around, and it's, you see them. And there's really no reason for anyone to be driving through our neighborhood unless they live there. But we see on the cameras, people are always driving through for whatever reason. And yeah.
Okay. Well, I got my answer. Victoria, go back to bed. You're sick. No consumer rebate on nips, and same thing with court. No, it's not redeemable.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why they're on the ground. Well, I think they're on the ground because people are just incessantly lazy and they can't.
Yeah.
Do you know how many garbage cans are in Veterans Memorial Park?
Yeah, there's several.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And all you got to do is take 3 more steps and in. They don't.
Do we have any garbage cans on Main Street?
Yeah, there's a couple.
There are. Okay.
There's one right outside of Dean's Corner, actually.
Okay.
There's one right out here.
Is there? Okay. I've never really noticed.
Yeah. Yeah, they're there.
Okay. Well,
because you're not throwing nip bottles down.
No, I'm not. I don't usually walk Main Street with garbage to throw out. I don't know. But so anyway, yeah, information meeting tonight.
I wonder what's going to be. You know what I want to know too is that I thought the town had purchased a camera for streaming.
It's my understanding that
why aren't they streaming?
I don't know if it's been purchased and it's just not installed or set up yet. I'm not sure. That would be a question for the first selectman.
Or I thought it said that the town has purchased a camera, and this was in one of the first selectman's newsletters.
Oh, okay.
Have we seen another newsletter?
No, now that you mentioned that, no, I haven't.
Have we seen the
one.
Friday Finisher anymore? Is that because I haven't looked?
No,
I mean, I honestly want to know if that's even happening still.
I don't know. I kind of forgot about it. I don't think I've seen one.
Because people were saying, "Oh, okay, the newsletter. Hey, great idea, but too infrequent."
Right, the quarterly one. Yeah.
So now we're gonna come up with the Friday Finisher.
Yeah, and I know, and that was nice. It was.
I gotta look.
I'm looking right now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. No, I don't see. Looks like.
Nada. And that was not a setup either. I honestly.
Yeah. No. Me too. I hadn't. You're right. And those are pretty cool. I liked seeing those. I don't know. Maybe now we're back from the holidays, they'll return. I don't know. But the streaming, yeah, I believe that they have it. It's just not installed or set up. So yeah, we'll have to ask the selectman. I don't know what the status is on that. It'd be nice though, because we could any meeting that's happening in that town hall, that main meeting room, could be streamed. So I mean, it would be nice to have that.
Would the borough be able to use it, or is it available for a rental?
I don't know.
Nobody's seen the camera, so who knows?
No, I don't know. I would hope that anyone using that room could use the streaming setup. I would hope. I don't know. I'd have to ask. But there is also for borough residents, there's also a borough meeting tomorrow, special meeting, to essentially discuss whatever we learned tonight. Discuss that tomorrow at our borough meeting, and kind of potentially take any action or whatever that may be needed based on tonight's meeting.
I mean, here's the bottom line from what I understand it, is that the town just can't come up and swallow the borough.
No, I mean, there's certainly a process.
But doesn't the borough have to agree?
I don't know if the borough has to agree. I mean, I'm sure it would. I mean, that almost sounds like a hostile takeover, but
it does.
I mean,
I've had people say that to me.
Honestly, to me, that's what the lawyers are for. Let them hash out all the logistics and the details and how it has to be done and in what order and what paperwork. And that's what they're getting paid for.
Lisbon could swallow us up. Could swallow up Jewett City. Lisbon North.
Yeah.
North Lisbon.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm hoping tonight we learn some more information. We get some, pros and cons, advantages, disadvantages, whatever you want to call it. Maybe some numbers, some justification, something.
For me to even look at that personally, there'd have to be one hell of a difference.
Yeah.
To sit here and say, oh, okay, let's spend right now our time, our energy, and our manpower to go ahead and swallow up, or take over, or merge the municipalities.
Yep.
There would have to be something there for me to say, oh, you know what, otherwise.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, there may be very good reason there. It may make sense to do so, but we don't know that yet. We don't know it yet. Yeah. Hopefully we'll find out tonight. And then borough meeting tomorrow for borough residents if they're interested in joining.
So transparency is all about, is it not?
Yeah. That's what yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, Kathy, thank you for coming in today.
You're welcome.
And we will see you when we see you again.
Yeah, I got to look at my calendar.
Yeah. What a Rich. Tell
I know.
He can come out, we can just prop him up.
Like Weekend at Bernie
there.
style?
Yeah. Like that. Rich, how are you?
I don't know if you would want him to come in. He gets a little punchy when he's tired.
He?
So he would, because he gets out at 7. So he would be tired. But it might be interesting though.
I think it would be kind of fun.
He might be a little like,
you could be like a marionette. Whatever. All right. Have a good day, Kathy. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for joining in today. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have some more information for you about what happened at the meetings last night.
Mm-hmm.
However, don't forget too that we will be at New London for Griswold versus New London basketball right here on SNSN. So have a good day, everyone, and we will see you soon.
Hi, this is Lisa Griffin of Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank. Well, some banks offer checking account rewards, and some banks rebate ATM withdrawal fees. At Eastern, we say, why choose? Check out our Kasasa checking accounts and find out how you can get both. For more information, visit banking